I'm really excited about today's video because it expands on the real-world use cases of NFTs, content ownership and distribution. And this is something that the people over at Gala Games have been doubling down on. They further expanded Gala Games into Gala Music, and now today we're going to be doing a first look at Gala Films. Now, for those of you looking, we are going to talk briefly about the Gala nodes as we dive into their website and what they are offering. But for those of you who don't know, let's talk a little bit about Gala Games and what they've been offering through their separate portals into the NFT distribution model and what they're doing to shake up the entire media world. It all starts with Gala Games, now a platform in the metaverse that is looking to be a launchpad for video game developers. Now, the creators of Gala Games are from Zynga Games. Now, if you've heard of Zynga Games, they're a mobile game developer valued in the billions. So they know what they're doing, especially when it comes to mobile games, small and repetitive work that is distributed and makes money. At the end of the day, this is what a lot of projects are lacking. So the people behind Gala Games know what they're doing, and we can actually see that in the platform as it is. They have actual running games, they have a decently sized ecosystem, and yeah, they have a pretty nice market cap too. From Gala Games, they decided to expand their NFT collection or their distribution model into the music industry with Gala Music. And I actually, full disclosure, purchased a music node myself at the hearing of this because I kind of missed the price gap for the founders nodes of the original Gala Games. Now with the nodes, each one of these ecosystems, Gala Games, Gala Film, Gala Music, they will have their own nodes, which creates the decentralized nature of the platform itself. And in order to get involved in that decentralized platform, you need to purchase a node. It's essentially crowdfunding. Them getting money from you, you're gonna provide the decentralization on your host computer, and you're gonna get paid in return for your electricity costs and the diligence of having to deal with that and keep it up and running. Kind of the truest model of decentralization that we've been looking for a long time. Now, let's zoom all the way back to where we're at, and here we are at Gala Films, a content distribution model that's going to be decentralized, rewarding players for hosting that decentralized network for content that people want to watch. And yes, there's gonna be a making money aspect for everybody involved, from the artists to the centralized players, and yes, I would imagine even Gala Films itself. Now, before we get too crazy, let's understand that Gala Films is going to be starting small. I don't think we're going to be seeing the latest release of Dune or unreleased episodes of Game of Thrones on Gala Films anytime soon. But what I would say is that if this team behind the entire ecosystem of Gala Games has anything to say about knowing what they're doing and being a jump into a new field, I feel like we can probably bet on them. Now, and nothing here is financial advice, and this is the perfect opportunity to let you know you should leave a comment down below to let me know your thoughts on Gala Film and how you feel about the entire project and whether or not you're thinking about a node. Leave that down below, because this is the end all be all when it comes to picking these projects from an investing standpoint. Is really, you're going about a risk reward ratio and trying to find out what is going to be the right project for you. Now, as I had said, I jumped into Gala Music because I kind of missed the founders nodes pricing points, and I was a little bummed out about that. Gala Films opens up another opportunity for people to purchase into that decentralized ecosystem. If you are a film buff, if you are a TV show buff, if you enjoy that kind of content, this might be a great way to make money too. Now, I do want to touch, before I dive into their website and look at what they're offering, watch to earn has been thrown around a little bit. Now, from what I can tell, you won't actually be making money for watching content that you want to watch, like again, that unreleased episode of Game of Thrones. You're not going to get paid to watch that. You're going to have to pay to watch it. This will be a revenue making model, so it's not some Ponzi scheme or free money out of the air sort of prospect. However, the watch to earn aspect of it would be in the capacity of the NFTs being used. The model, I would imagine, is very similar to the Gala Music model, which allows two separate people to be involved in a transaction. Technically, three different people to be involved in a transaction. You have the user looking for the content. You will have the person who owns the NFT, and you will have the person who operates the node, the decentralized infrastructure. Each one of these players is required to make the entire thing work. Now, the node will actually be the playback format of it, the decentralized network that connects all of them, like the peer-to-peer networks of the old Napsters. The NFT owner will actually be the person who owns that piece of their content. They allow that paired with a node to play back to users. those users will be pinging off into the nearest node to them in order to keep latency to a minimum, and they will get a slice of the pie, both the node operator and the NFT owner, when a person watches their content. Where does that money come from? Well, it will obviously come from the user who's paying to watch the content. So again, this isn't a free-to-air sort of model that I see yet. Whether or not there will be advertising into the future is to be yet seen, and something I'm probably gonna dive into in the future here. But as I had said, this is really just a first look at what Gala Films has to offer, and let's kind of dive into the website because I'm really excited. Let's take a look, enough of me rambling, and see what they've got to offer. Here's our landing page, guys. Now, if you remember the Gala Music release, it's very similar, pretty straightforward landing page where it's really just trying to promote people to purchase their nodes. We have a little bit of a flashy sign here, and the first call to action with our purple button here is the buy the nodes. And really they go into a little bit more about how you can actually go about it through the learn more or actually buying a node. And let's take a look at the first screen that is purchasing that node. So really, again, this is a seed fund rounding version of making money, right? They're just basically saying, hey, we don't have much to go on, and we're gonna look at some of the information in a second here, but purchase our node, and we'll let you know more about this as we go further forward. What I do wanna point out right now is, at the first instance of pulling this up, before I started this video, I wanted to look at the price. There was 4 at this price, okay, as of making this video. Previously, it was in tier 2 yesterday. So this is moving at a very decent speed. So if you are interested in purchasing a node, they will go up in price. And if you remember anything about the founders nodes or the music nodes, this continues to go up for every lot of 150. Currently, the price of this stands, let's take a look at Gala. So I quickly looked at the price of Gala, that is it right there, it's about 6 cents. Let's times that by 980 and 44 to give us about $5,071. Currently, as I'm making this video, that's how much the nodes are costing. It will be in the next bracket in a few minutes. And I can't remember, I believe it's a few $100s that it goes up every tier that it goes up. They have not stated how many they will be selling, but yes, it will continue to go up as people hear about it. Let me give you an example. The original starting point was $2,500 for the founding nodes of Gala Games, right? And this is one of the reasons that got me into Gala Music, which has just started operating. They are now worth $100,000. Now, before you get too excited, you can't transfer, or at least they say you can't transfer your nodes. So you can't resell your nodes. They don't have an NFT that you can sell and put on a third-party marketplace. However, I want to put forth a little bit of a concept for you, just as a little freebie tip here. Perhaps if you were to make a separate Gmail account and a separate Gala account, and everything individual, separate, single serving friends from Fight Club, perhaps you could sell someone the entire account structure, the Gmail account, the Gala account, and the node if you wanted to. It's just a thought, something I was thinking about, might be something you would want to think about too. So anyway, going on to the nodes further on. Yes, you can have multiple nodes. However, you will need to run separate instances on different computers or virtual machines within your computer. So you really only can have one running at a time. Now you can have a founders node, you can have a music node and a film node all running on the same computer without a VPN, without a virtual instance. But if you do want to have an extra film, so you've got film, founder, and music, and you want another film, you're gonna need to run some sort of virtual software on there to run that second node off that same computer. Yes, there's some hardware specs, I'm not gonna go into that. I'm really just taking a first look at what we have to offer. Yes, you can purchase multiple at a time. Ooh boy, that goes up really fast. And the process for purchasing this is pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna go through it. You can purchase in either Gala or ETH. And you just saw the price was about 6 cents for Gala. ETH is what it is. That does not include gas fees. They specifically say that, which is kind of a bummer that they don't throw that in for you. But hey, what are we gonna do? ETH at 25 cents? Oh my God. But what I really wanted to go a little bit further into was actually at the nodes. So we're gonna learn more a little bit about the film nodes. They give you a little bit of information about it. They have said they're giving out about 2.2 billion worth of rewards to their members, right? Node founders, right? So people in the Gala Games distribution channel, they have had that many rewards given out. This is actually, you know, whether or not we can count validity to this, it's something to be said. It still is a big number to put out there. So if it is true, it's definitely something to be thinking about. Now, right now you will not be getting rewards in the new native token that's coming out. So before we get too crazy, no, you are not going to be earning rewards in Gala token. Now this was a big hit for me too, something I had to kind of take with both sides when it came to Gala Music. They're going to have separate tokens for each of those platforms. So Gala Music has the Gala Music token. This will have the Gala Film token. That hasn't been released yet. It's set to release sometime the end of the year, early next year. Right now in the interim, as a node founder, you will be given NFTs as a reward, as an interim reward in the form of popcorn. In the music one, you will be given decibels. Popcorn will accumulate. As you get more popcorn, you will have a higher distribution value, so it like compounds the amount of rewards you will win, so it might be worth not selling them. That's the incentive, to kind of not sell it out, basically, get rid of them and keep the liquidity there so that they have the money available to provide. So that's a big PETA on the rewards. So right now you're probably not going to be making a bunch of money off of this, and if the music nodes was anything to go off of, there will be a little bit of time for a lot to turn over. Now what I have seen is that the reward nodes, the nodes for film, are available to be downloaded and up and running immediately. Now, when I purchased the music nodes, I had to wait 6 months before I could get that up and running. I'm gonna make a whole other video on that reward structure and how to set that up. But the film rewards, it looks like you could actually start up now. It looks like they're probably ready. And they actually do have some content coming down the pipeline. We'll go take a look at that in a second. It looks like it's new, it's personalized content for this. It's not, again, no Game of Thrones. We're not seeing Breaking Bad on this anytime soon. The power of ownership, they go to talk about how the NFTs and the nodes content will actually work. I kind of explained that a little bit earlier. Now, there's a few things in here. They have a whole slew of fact that kind of goes over everything I've just kind of talked about. There's gonna be the requirements down here for you, and there's a bunch of information in here that may answer any questions of this video doesn't actually answer for you. Something I thought was kind of interesting was this little point here on the fact of how many film nodes will exist. Operating film nodes makes you a part of the network. The total number of film license has yet to be confirmed. So it's an interesting little side note there that we haven't really got that out. That kind of moves me on to the next piece, that there is still a lot of information left open-ended to this. And that was the same when I got the music node, and you're kind of a little bit of a gamble there. Risk comes reward. So they don't even have a white paper for this right now. They don't have much to go on. But if you do have a bunch of questions, heading on over to the Discord is actually a pretty solid place to go about it. Now, the Discord actually has a number of active members, and their Twitter profile actually has a large following as well, about 7,000 at the time of this recording. So if you are looking for people to interact with in the community, you can head on over to either of those platforms. The Discord is really where it's at, and start asking questions. They have a whole subreddit, a whole channel for it, where you can ask questions further about setting up your node, what you're gonna be anything regarding it, any problems you're having. So they are pretty helpful there, and the community is pretty helpful. I know they were, at least with the music nodes. So it is something to take solace in there. If you're looking for more of a sell point on it, you definitely wanna head on over there. Now, let me talk a little bit about my thoughts about the entire concept of it. I don't want to necessarily say this is a go from me, because obviously nothing here is financial advice. Remember that, and you have to do your own research and look at things as they make sense for you. But I am a big fan, I'm definitely probably biased, a big fan of what Gala is doing. I just think they know what they're doing. Zagna Games is where the creators come from. The Gala Games did very well. It looks nice. It is down from its peak about 10x, but we could definitely see a rise back. One major point you have to remember, and I stated that a little bit earlier on, this is not going to be rewarded in Gala tokens. So that's a major con for me. However, I did go ahead and purchase a Gala a music node. I purchased it significantly. I got it at the very lowest point it was, so I didn't feel as bad. Now you start getting into $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, it's going to be harder to be like, oh, it's a whole new infrastructure. That said, my justification was that it's probably in some sideways ulterior way going to bring up the value of the Gala token, because ultimately it's the same project frontrunner that's bringing all of those groups together. So I think Gala Film and Gala Music, short of them collapsing completely individually, and I guess that's kind of one way of keeping them separate. So if Gala Films doesn't take off because content doesn't go on there, then Gala Music's still alone and Gala Games is still over there, and those are separate entities. So there is some risk to that, because yes, you are isolated, and the opportunity of just cutting you dead off if it doesn't work, that's what the project could do, and that's something that I would say to it. That is a little bit of a serious risk that you want to consider before jumping into that. Remembering, you're not getting rewarded in Gala token itself. You're going to get your own film token in this particular rewards scenario. So keep that in mind before you jump on board. But also, now thinking, they've expanded into more content distribution, and Gala ecosystem is really one of the major players when it comes to real use cases for NFTs outside of the crypto space. Okay, now we're talking about the music industry and the movie industry, which is where this is gonna be massive. Like, those are the major forms of content that is consumed by users. Music, movies, TV, dumb amounts of money. Quickly, they take a look, we have the upcoming projects. Now, nothing we've heard of, not from big names, right? But it is a couple of probably little groups coming together, putting together what looks to be the first pieces of content that we're gonna see on this platform. The biggest piece here is gonna be them expanding this and getting the people, the creators and the current distributors together on some sort of revenue sharing model that's going to make sense for them for this to work. Now, I had to put that huge disclaimer on that, but yes, I am pretty bullish on Gala and Gala products, but I don't mean that I want you not to think about it and look into it properly. So do your diligence, think about whether or not you want to get into it. Are you really a big fan of content, that sort of stuff? Are you gonna follow the space and pay attention to it? If so, then this might be the trick for you. If not, if you're more into music, they have Gala Music. And if you're into games, they got Gala Games. That's the great thing with Gala right now. I'm really bullish on Gala as a whole, because I think they're using this time to really develop and explore new avenues outside of what that project has already developed them to start off with. And I think there's an exciting future for them in the future. That said, keep a little bit of Gala in your pocket. It might not be a bad idea. It has a 10x to get up to all-time highs again. Is that something we could probably see? In my opinion, yes. But remember, guys, nothing here you see is financial advice. And I'm gonna stop rambling because I think I've done enough. I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to talk about. Be safe out there, understand what you're getting involved with, but if you do get involved, leave a comment down below. I would love to know if you've already purchased one, what your thoughts are, if you got it at a lower price, and if you're excited, if you're pumped about it, because I'm kind of excited to see what happens. Let's see if this platform grows. It should be interesting. Again, real world use cases for NFTs that normal people can use. Nope, I'm actually gonna stop here. This video is getting too long and I've rambled too much. I'm just so passionate about the real world use cases of NFTs. I wanna get the crypto space out of the internet and into the real world like now. If you do too, then hit that like button and subscribe because I appreciate it and it really does help the channel. This is also the point in the video where I remind you that nothing here is financial advice. It's not even a suggestion, it's just an opinion. I'm some guy just yelling at a camera on YouTube. Thank you guys for stopping by and I'll see you in the next video.